Hey guys, Real Spartan here. And by the way, every time you see that I hover over the guild at the start of the episode, that's to show that I'm recording, okay? So, if you don't understand that, that's fine. You don't need to. So, last time I said I was going into the cove because there's a bloodthirst ring. And, I'm deciding I'm going to bring out my lower level characters. I mean, I only have 1s and 2s, but, you know, Draco's been in literally, like, every mission apart from, you know, the first one. So I'm gonna leave him out for right now. So I can't use Dismas because he's getting a drink right now, because for some reason Dismas keeps getting a lot of stress. Maybe it's because I keep neglecting him. Draco has the snake oil equipped, and I think I might, you know, borrow that from him for a second now, because someone else is gonna want to use that. Jade is getting nervous removed. And yeah, I can't use those 3. So I was considering, you know, boosting up, what's his name over here? Macy. I was thinking about using my Vestal. I mean, it was either Vestal or Plague Doctor. Actually, you know what? Plague Doctor is probably a better choice. Let's swap these 2 around. Then I would have done my Vestal, but the Vestal is, you know, garbage in the second slot. All they can use is, Divine Comfort. And, that won't do anything, really. So I'm gonna bring the Grave Robber, and I'm gonna bring good old Reynold here, because even though Reynold is the highest level of all the characters, let's sort by level here. Yeah, Reynold is the highest level. I think he's tied with Dismas. No, I have no other melee fighters other than Jade, so yep, Jade is very important. Now I'm going to give this stress relief thing to who needs it. Your Fear of Unholy, but the enemies in the cove are the whatchamacallits. You receive less stress heals. You're both fragile too. Well, Macy, you get both trinkets. Congratulations. Let's see what we got. Bring 8 food only this time. Bring 2 more shovels. 2 herbs, and 5 torches.
The smell of rotting fish is almost unbearable.
By the way, the reason I bring the oh, well, I guess I'll explain what I was about to say after I do this little tiny fight here.
Ringing ears, blurred vision.
What a great start to a dungeon.
The end approaches.
So yeah, off camera I upgraded the Plague Doctor skills. Gave him Noxious Blast so they can hit the units in the front, and I gave him Battlefield Medicine to kill bleeds and blights. And who should I hit? I'll hit the one in the front because I don't know why. No real reason. You're Eldritch, so stab should deal a good amount of damage. And Reynold, if he goes first, nope, he won't. Okay. Yeah, I said Gargling Grab was really powerful before, and this is proof that it is. Thank you for that dodge, otherwise you probably would have been on death's door.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Zealous works good there because he killed one of them, and this guy's just gonna die from blight. Thrown Dagger should be good. 4 damage, not that bad. Shocker on Reynold, that's not that bad. Didn't even really do anything. Okay, so you can be blighted, and you're gonna die if that hits, which it did. So, good time to get some heals on. That was a crappy heal, but it didn't bleed.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
With Reynold boosting the torch every time he does that, I don't really need to bring as many torches.
Slow death, unforeseen, unforgiving.
So as I was saying, the reason I bring these medicinal herbs is because there's an item you can find in these places. It's just some coral, and it will remove a negative quirk once you use some medicinal herbs on it. You're Von Airing, that is pretty much nothing. Let's try again for a good thing. Hey, got it, 2 out of 2. Clodder, extra bleed resist. That's not that useful because he's a backline fighter, and enemies that attack the backline generally don't have bleed effects. There's nothing here. This map is actually pretty big for a short length dungeon. Don't worry, we got some fish. Lots of treasure. Use 1 herb to get treasure. Get 2 herbs out of it. Quality. Quality balancing. I'm not complaining, but, you know, it's just my luck. My good luck, that is. So let's see. Flashing daggers. That should weaken one of them enough so that, what's your name again? Macy. Macy's sacrificial stab should be able to kill them. You know what? I'll blight you so that you're gonna die really quickly as well. Stab does 6 to 10, just needs 9 or 10. 14.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Seaweed Slash is pretty strong, but nothing to be really feared. Maybe it's something to be feared, a bit. The player units still do more damage, generally, but, you know, the enemies have unrelenting force.
As the fiend falls,
Getting a lot of crits here,
hope blossoms.
which is pretty good. Okay, so he's gonna die, because they don't have much blight resist, and please get a good heal. 13, really good. And he's gonna die, so I don't need to attack. Who has the highest stress? Reynold himself does. Bolstering that light up a little bit too. And I can't do anything from here other than Shadow Fade. By the way, Shadow Fade is a good dodge buff, so never down talk it.
Surges as the enemy crumbles. Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Let's see. What do we got? Oh god, a whole bunch of gladiators. Actually, brawlers, not gladiators. Gladiators, I think, are the higher level ones. I'm gonna use lunge because I don't want the occultist in the first slot, and I will hit this guy. The thing about the cultist brawlers is if they're in the 3rd slot, they can only use 1 attack, and it's called Stumbling Scratch, and it does very little damage. And it does not bleed. So, keep that in mind. I'll try and use that as much as possible. So yeah, he's gonna use Rend for the Old Gods, then he's gonna use Stumbling Scratch. It also moves him forwards, but it doesn't really do anything else. Stressful Incantation. Now, Holy Lance. Holy Lance is a move forwards 1, not a forward 2, but still pretty good. I'm gonna hit this guy. Spread out that damage evenly. And Shadow Fade to the backwards, and we're back to our normal positioning. Plague Grenade, if it deals 1 damage to this guy and does inflict blight on her, it'll kill them both. So that's 1 down, and that's them both. There we go.
Death by inches.
Time for a heal. Let's see, you're missing 7, you're missing 8, you're missing 7. 3. Didn't bleed though. Still good.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
And Reynold should be able to smack you to death. Nope, he was 1 damage off. Shadow Fade, because you literally can't do anything else from there, except for pass turn. And if you pass turn, you suffer stress, so don't do that.
Formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
I guess I could have, you know, moved forwards 1, but yeah. Disease Charm increases disease resist at the cost of dodge. You know what, I'll give it to the Plague Doctor and have him interact with pretty much everything that could possibly give him diseases. That would be like the only problem I have with checking something. So the brackish tide pools, I'll have him check those. Food activation, not that good because we're not that far into the dungeon. More treasure. Stun Stone. I'm gonna give that to you because you have a stun skill. Could give it to the Plague Doctor as well, but I don't use his stun that much. I mostly just blight enemies with him. Because that's his form of attacking. You're green and blighted now. That's my attack. Any secret passages? No? What about inside the whale? No. It's pretty gruesome seeing just a huge dead whale carcass, but I don't know. I might do small jump cuts for small occasions like that. So, barnacle chest, shovel. Did I explain that that's what you have to do before? I don't know. I just realized I got a sapphire from that thing before. Torch. Grave robber, high trap resist, and disarm rate. Grave robber has... I was just about to say, Grave robber has no stress now, and then she immediately gained 3 more for random stress generation. I really like the artwork. Look at these underwater cities. It's the city of Atlantis! And here's the first time that you'll ever see me with a full inventory. Which is not good in the slightest. Because now I have to get rid of something. You know what, I'll get rid of the holy water, I'll drink it with my grave robber, boosting her resistances to blight, bleed, disease, and debuff for 3 rounds. Just in case she activated the trap, I wanted her to resist the debuff it gives. Traps differ from where you activate them. The ruins traps just deal damage and stress. The ones in the wheels deal blight and stress, no damage. The ones here deal a debuff to speed and dodge, damage and stress, but not as much damage as in the ruins, or... yeah, not as much in the ruins. And the ones in the warrens deal bleed, damage and stress, but once again not as much damage as in the ruins. So let's see, top priority would be the drowned thrall. Okay. Second priority would be this pelagic shaman. Shaman you. Okay, that was a terrible joke. And smite should deal enough damage to kill. Hey, it actually killed instead of just letting the blight finish him off. But it didn't do so much damage that using the blight attack was completely pointless. So let's see, you know what, I want to heal with my cultist, so I'll just throw a dagger to waste a turn and not give myself stress. By the way, these things have 6 speed, so they're rather speedy. That is not good. I probably should have just, you know, shadow faded. Yeah, wasting the time was not worth it. In fact, Reynold is now in a worse position than when he was originally. Yeah. A cultist isn't fast enough.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Pity. By the way, I went into this room because it's a scout mission and not a fight mission, so beating this next room will beat the challenge. And end the mission. Really need to heal Reynold. Reynold does not have the heal skill. I didn't get that for him. Because it's kind of junk in the starting levels. I mean, sure, it gets better later on, but, you know, not that good. And more of these damn fish. I haven't found a single coral, but I found lots of these fish. Here's another health stone. Can't give it to the Crusader because you can't equip 2 of the same trinket, because there were things that you could do with that. I don't know if I want to equip that, but I do want the inventory slot, so I guess I'll give it to... You know what, I'll give it to my grave robber, and then immediately at the end of the mission I'm going to sell it. Citrine or skeleton key. You know what, skeleton key, because there is a chest in the next room, and I'll dump off... You know what, I'll ditch this 1 portrait. Because 1 portrait versus 250 gold. Late game, you'd want the portraits. Very late game, you'd want the gold. Early game, I'd rather have the gold. So let's see, flashing daggers. Will this do... yeah, this will probably do good.
A powerful blow.
Nice, 9. Abyssal artillery will probably do a lot of damage. Great shot. Great shot, not grape shot, because I don't have the high even here. Plague grenade. Actually, I probably should have done Noxious Blast on this guy and then have the grave robber throw a dagger at him. Okay, I screwed up. Barnacle barrier, that's not that bad of a play on his part. But I can just still Zealous Accusation him. So, Thrown Dagger. You're dead. Weird Reconstruction. 3. Resist. Okay. Nice dodge. Now I'm going to inflict you with Blight. And Inspiring Cry, because I still want to get the stress off my Plague Doctor. It saves a lot of money if you can cure the stress while in the dungeon. That is not a good bleed. 7. God, this is... it's not looking good, really, because this stupid Cultist Brawler, I should have finished him off with Reynold. I used his Zealous Accusation to kill him. Now I'm going to use Battlefield Medicine, because even though it's a 1 to 2, it'll effectively heal +6 because I'm getting rid of all this bleeding. So that was basically an 8. Oh, they changed the fixed bleed sound effect. It used to not give a sound effect whatsoever. Okay. Last enemy. Throw Dagger. Cure Bleed. You know what? Please get a 2.
A decisive pummeling.
There we go. That's all good. Oh, god damn it. I was hoping Reynold would go first.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
My plan was get a 2 so that he'd be killed by Blight, so Reynold can use Inspiring Cry to heal the Plague Doctor's stress off. Key unlocks hidden compartment, extra loot. 25 gold, or 1 portrait. There's a thing. Oh, it actually lists what it is on the map now. So that's a curio. Nah, Plague Doctor is not worth risking getting hit by the trap, because sometimes you risk the lower trap disarm units to hopefully get more loot. I mean, get stress heals. Reynold, you're an idiot. Reynold, you're still an idiot. I really hate you sometimes, Reynold.
We will find all manner of great and terrible things in this watery tomb.
And guess what? The recording crashed again. See you back at the Hamlet. And we're back at the Hamlet. Yep, hovering over the guild again because I don't know why it keeps crashing. I think it's because I get achievements. Because I got an achievement for treating Dismas at the tavern. Jade no longer has nervous. Good. Downside is, after that mission, you didn't see it, but Percy here, he got curious, which is like, oh, curious can't be that bad, can it? It's actually really bad. It makes him interact with like literally everything he wants to interact with. He may not steal the stuff like Reynold does, but he'll interact with something you don't want him to, like oh, what's this? Books in the ruins. I gotta press those. I also checked the stagecoach and new unit, Bounty Hunter. I'm gonna increase the barracks.
More arrive, foolishly seeking fortune and glory in this domain of the damned.
You know what? I probably should have let Wayne June finish before he that, so that you could hear the actual thing he said for this class. Now, he has a mark. This is the first unit you'll see that actually has a mark move. It is, you know, pretty accurate, does no damage, marks the target, and actually reduces some of their protection, so that's good. It used to not do this. This is the first time I've seen it. Collect Bounty is a normal attack that does extra 90% damage versus marked targets. So, basically you want to mark the target, then you want to slash them. Because marks last about 3 turns, and so you can hit them multiple times. He has a pull attack. He has a knockback attack that's also a stun. He has a flashbang, which can hit like literally any enemy as long as he's not in the front line. So a bit better than this sometimes. Also has higher accuracy, but does no damage. Finish him, which has long reach and does extra damage versus stun. And Hook and Slice, which is a back row hit up with bleed. The skills I'm going to give him are Collect Bounty, Marked for Death, Uppercut, and Flashbang. He's level 0, so I can't upgrade them yet. I'm going to sort them like this. And I'm going to give him this stun stone. And I'm going to give him the bloodthirst ring as well. Because, might as well. He's losing 5 dodge, and this would make him lose 6, so, yeah. He's also got irrepressible, extra 5% virtue chance. You probably won't know what that does yet. He's also got lurker, but he's got dud hitter. So, that's low crit if his health is below 50. Nothing to really worry about. Ooh, focus ring. Where should we go now? Not going there. I like the little things that they say. So let's see, Eldritch Killing Occult instance. You know what? I don't want you out on this mission. I'll take your trinkets though. I'll give them to someone else for this mission. Also, he got like weak grip on life. Not good in the slightest. Extra death blow chance, which you may think is okay, but you don't know what that means. So these 3 aren't coming out. Jade's going to be in the front because I don't want Reynold to be on more missions. Mansell, because I just got him, is going to be here. In fact, what should I give you guys? I don't know. Bondeville's going to come along too, because I need those heals. I'll bring Draco out, even though he's like high level, but, you know, the Warrens tend to get you really stressed out, and that Inspiring Tune could really help. Although, to be fair, he does have low disease resist. Let's hope he doesn't get diseases of utmost death. But really, you're only giving me 1 medicinal herbs? How shameful. Anyway, I'm gonna bring... No, not that. 9 food, because the bounty hunter is not gonna eat any food. Like, at all, so... I'm gonna only need to pay 3 food per food activation instead of 4. Unless Bondeville's Stress Eater activates, then I'll have to pay 4 again. And I want to bring some shovels. I'll bring another medicinal herbs. 5. 6 torches. 7.
They breed quickly down there in the dark. But perhaps we can slay them even faster.
Why did I get a scout this large? I don't know. In case you were worrying that I'd forgotten, I did sell the bloodstone at the health stone at the whatchamacallit. I just did sell it when we got back to town. So this thing has a high chance of giving you a bleed. I'll take you because you have 55% bleed resist. I actually got it right. On camera, I've been really lucky with these, when usually I get, you know, the pits with these things. Let's see, we've got Carrion Eaters and the Swine Wretch. These things give you stress really quickly. And they can give you diseases, so... I probably should have waited, you know, another week before bringing Jade out.
Their formation is broken.
But he is very effective at macing enemies in the face. And Draco can dodge like a beast because he has 15 dodge. Okay, so... need to get that stress off Jade. This buff is actually going to be really good in the long run. So, I'm going to use the stun because no one really needs healing. I mean, Jade is literally only 1 HP away from max health. And, how much damage can you deal? 5 to 10. I'll do the stun. By the way, Bounty Hunter's stun is a 125% base, so he's a lot more. He's 25% more effective than like most other stuns in the game. His flashbang has the same stun rate, so plus 20% equals 145% stun base. Meaning there's only a 5% chance, 1 in 20, of this stun not working. That is if it hits, which it did. But this enemy has no dodge. Still doesn't mean I'm going to get a guaranteed hit though. Mace him in the face, Jade. That's the lowest damage you've ever done. I guess it was going to happen eventually.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
What chance do I have to bleed you? Not high. I'll do the stress healing now, because it's easy to, and I'll do the real fighting, you know, when it stacks up. I guess that's a 12.5 buff, not a straight 23% and 13%.
Crumbles.
Oh, 2 trinkets. Nice.
Ghoulish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
Extra bleed resist. Extra protection. You know, since the man-at-arms will be guarding other enemies, having more protection is probably a lot more useful than anything else. And the bleed resist... Who has low bleed resist? These units have the same bleed resist base. He already has 2 trinkets, so I'll give it to Draco here. There you go. You won't be bleeding anytime soon. In before he immediately gets hit by a critical attack that increases bleed chance. I'm not sure, but I think that critical hits actually increase bleed chance. So they're surprised. I'll battle so I can outspeed them on round 2 as well. And I want to get rid of this Swine Wretch, but I don't think I can hit it with enough units. Actually, if I can flashbang him to the front... And Jade can mace to the face.
Give them no quarter.
3 damage. Resist bite, nice. Now these Swine Drummers are not that bad, really. Wow, they're just missing like crazy. So these guys have basically the same effect as the Madmen. I'm trying to right click to show its stats, but there are none because it's not a player unit. How stupid of me. It has a debuff and a mark, as you can see down there, which is what Drummers Debilitation does. And it has a stress attack on the whole party. So it's not the nicest of units, but it's not like super powerful. I'm gonna have the Bounty Hunter move this Carrion Eater to the back. Because I want to kill these guys. Oh yeah, I forgot. Move resist also is accounted for. Draco's Slice Off could be good. You know what? I'm going for Harvest just in the chance that it's going to bleed this thing as well. Nope, didn't. Okay. You know what? I'll use Rampart to stun you and knock you back. There we go. Bleeding stunned enemies is pretty good because they lose their turn and take the bleed still. There's negative 10 dodge there. And yep.
As the fiend
Festival would kill.
A faint hope blossoms.
Oh yeah, by the way, Judgment heals 3 HP when you strike the enemy and is affected by the buffs to heal skills. Camping heals also apply to those things as well. I haven't gone on a camping mission yet. Jade, can I rely on you to kill this enemy? No I can't. But Draco is able to. That's good. Your stun resist is 65% chance. Still a good chance to stun you with this. Yeah, stun resist does stack up more times you stun them. So, you cannot stun lock enemies very effectively without the Bounty Hunter. And Draco, you're pretty much, you know, you'll be overkill if you attack him. Except he was fast enough to get his turn before everyone else. Okay, he only did 2 damage. What a wimp. And chop chop. I clicked on that. I didn't click on it. Come on, get at least a 2. 3, full party heal. And Jade finishes them off. With a mace to the... I should probably stop saying that. That's not even my line, it's Jade's line.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
We have more torches than when we started. Maybe I shouldn't have brought so many. I like how people have to just walk back after you suddenly stop. So let's see, who do I target first? Probably the Cutthroat. Actually, you don't have... he has high move resist. 25% chance that I would... actually no, I want to move him to the front. If he moves to the front, then their whole party arrangement gets screwed up. Nope, you only got moved forward 1. But that still wastes this guy's turn, because he can't do anything in the back other than, like, this, a harmless poke attack, which does very little damage, has very little damage, and doesn't do anything else, except moving forwards. This guy has a really weak attack that he can only use in the front line. Rain of Whips. Jade didn't even take any damage, and he's only got 5% protection. Harmless poke. So let's see, you know what, I'll rampart him back, try and knock him back to the 4th slot. Jade the Troll. This bleeding is stacking up rather nicely. Let's try and get some extra torchlight. This stun wasn't even necessary, because he's just gonna die.
Gently. This is how a life is taken.
You know what, let's try and knock you back. Nah, didn't really expect to. You know what, Draco's Harvest will just kill this guy in the back. So there's no reason for Jade to attack him. That bleed he put on like the first critical hit is still applying. Really good heals there. I forgot your name. Bondeville, that's like a terrible name. That's 6 damage, meaning that...
The bigger the beast,
you know what,
the greater
that's
the
acceptable.
glory.
Even though you didn't get any stress relief for killing. Oh well. Open random wooden door. Obtain sacrificial stone of death. Same damn units again. You know what? I'll focus on slicing off.
Masterfully executed.
So as long as he doesn't get his next turn, or wastes it, he won't do anything. There we go, perfectly executed. So now, the Brigand Bloodletter over here is going to be moved backwards. Because he's going to move forwards, and he'll take up his slots. You know what, why don't you defend this guy, Jade? I mean, you'll be taking, like, a 1/3 of the damage off. No guarantee you'll be hit either. So basically, Draco effectively killed this unit in 1 hit. Come on, don't use that, that's not good. That's a large concentrated attack. Not too bad, really. Let's see. 8 is good. Good enough. Good enough to crush you to dust with mace to the face. I'll probably stop saying that, I'll just say crush. Would want to heal, but Judgment is also a heal, which is why it's one of the best skills in the game. Judgment and Absolution are the best healing skills in the game. Don't have Absolution though, because I need that thing. Really, you got bled? That blood charm is just not doing its job. Do I need a stress heal? Jade could use a little bit of stress heal. So I want to bring him out on the next mission as well, because he's low level still. I'll heal Draco because he can't heal himself. Mace to the face. Jade hasn't gotten a crit yet at all, which is to be expected because the Man-at-Arms' crit rate isn't the best.
Dissuade the sharpened blade.
Now how's about I screw up this entire run by touching the sacrificial stone? You know what, I'll do it with the Bounty Hunter. This thing will either remove a negative quirk, so it would remove Dud Hitter, give me a buff in the Warrens, like Warren's Scounger, Warren's Scrounger or something, or give me a massive amount of stress. I'm going to take a huge gamble and touch it. That probably wasn't the best idea. Why'd you stop? Oh yeah. Your party will stop when you get a hunger activation so you don't walk past it.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
So basically, I'll discuss this thing once again. When you hit 100%, 100 stress, you get hit with either a crippling debuff or a pretty good buff. And using medicinal herbs on this gives one unit an extra 30% damage. This is going to help. Bounty Hunter has the highest trap disarm rate. Actually, Draco has 80%. But I don't care if the Bounty Hunter gets hit by this. Did it anyway. So he'll either get a Virtue or an Affliction. And he has an extra 5% Virtue chance, so I'm taking a gamble here. There's a chance he'll just go super heroic and just, you know, carry the team, but... don't count on it. And don't get overconfident, because we all know what overconfidence is. Did I bring any skeleton keys? No, I did not. What a shame. I wonder where I'll find one of these secret rooms, and I was not paying attention. But luckily, Draco just dodged on his own because he's a beast like that. Lucky us. He wouldn't have got bled from the trap anyway. He has that bleed thing. Then again, the last time I said that, he did get bled. This is a swine slasher. It does a lot of damage. And Jay just caught the fits. That's not good. I'm going to have to take him to the sanitarium and get that removed. How did you... Oh, you have 40% bleed resist. I should have suspected such. Because you have armor on. He also had some protection, but not much, so I didn't really care. I don't know why the swine chopper counts as part human. But he has, as you see, 15% protection, so I'm going to use Mark to get rid of that, or at least most of it, so that I can hit him with something else. I don't want him to get a turn either, so Rampart... Oh, he resisted, damn it. I should have used the mace. I have not been faithful to the way of the mace.
Unnerved, unbalanced.
That is not good. Nice dodges though. So this should deal a good amount of damage. Yeah, 10 to 20. 13. Not bad, not good. Just okay. The mace will kill. You saw that. His damage was 6 to 10. How did he deal, like... How did he deal 5? And Draco cannot hit the front line. So I gave him to relieve some stress. You want your characters to have low stress. I'm just letting the bounty hunter stress out because I don't care. Because he might just go heroic. And, maybe I should hit the swine drummer. 9 damage. God damn it. I'm getting overconfident and planning like, oh, it should do at least this much damage, and then it hits the minimum and doesn't really work out for me. Vesta didn't even get stressed, she just doesn't even care. The bounty hunter's dodging because he's like, no, I don't want to be all stressed out. Let's get that group healing here. Keep getting 3s, which is good. I'm not complaining. That's nice. You're going down.
The ground quakes.
He keeps on stress healing himself. He doesn't want to go crazy. Which is reasonable, but, you know, not in this game. It doesn't matter how much you stress him out. Draco can stress heal him faster. I'll just keep group healing. Keep getting 3s, which is good.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Maybe she's actually getting 2s, and the Shirodian's charm is making it 3. But that isn't 15%, so it wouldn't make sense. Unless it rounds up. That's good.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
That wasn't good. Didn't even give him any stress. Pack has a map inside, don't care. I've already scouted the whole map. Here you go, touch this. Stop stress healing yourself. I cannot make these units crazy even if I try to. Maybe I should let the Cultist Acolyte live. Go to the back line. You know what, I have to heal him at least. Can't let him die. Just want him to go crazy. Stop hitting Jade! I know Jade is supposed to protect, you know, other units from damage, but not stress damage. You know what, I probably should have used Slice Off on this brawler. And now his stress damage buff, it still outdoes his stress taken debuff. As long as this doesn't crit, I'm fine. Because he's going to Stumbling Scratch, so he's not going to really do anything effective. Damage over time for you two. Eldritch Pull. Not good. Okay, so it's confirmed. She's not getting two. She's not doing, you know, only 2s, because otherwise that would have done. That would have been a 3, and 3s would have been 4s. So she's just lucky, or something like that. I don't know. Draco, you can't do anything in the front line. It's not good. Why am I group healing? I don't know. Just go back to the 3rd line. This line will not break. Mace to the face. I forgot to check what the Fitz did, because I
These
forgot.
nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Now the Fitz is a disease, so it goes down here. +3 speed. -5 accuracy, -5 crit. So Jade is less accurate and less crit chance. But he does get a slight upside, which is the speed, so he's fast. What should I talk about now? I've got nothing to talk about. Now you got a skeleton key. I don't know. Let's talk about FNAF. Well, no, let's not talk about that, because I don't feel like talking about that. In fact, none of the channels I watch have posted any videos about it. I don't know. My mind is wandering now. So let's see, let's harvest.
A devastating blow.
That's good. Jade can mace this unit. 11 damage, nice. You can take him, put him over here. And I will stun... you know what, I'll stun this swine chopper here. In the beginning, stun skills are really reliable, but late game, they're really not, apart from, you know, the Bounty Hunters one, the Hellions one. Don't have a Hellion yet, though. Don't vomit on Draco. He doesn't need it. Great. Hemophilia. That sucks. Negative 50% bleed resist. So much for having high bleed resist now. Gotta get that removed as well. Let's see. Macing will be more effective against this unit. Just kill him. Have your revenge.
Impressive.
That's what I call revenge. And just mark him for death and then smack him about next turn. And just strike them down with holy vengeance. Or something like that. I don't
A
know.
slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
You can't hit Draco, he's like invincible. He's got like dodge caliber. And yes, that was a terrible pun. Just heal up. Nice stress heal. I don't know why attacking marked targets doesn't increase your accuracy.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
I'm gonna grab the treasure from this room, fight the enemies in that room, and such and such. Now, I can get rid of a negative quirk by using a torch on these things, and Demonomania is bad in the long run. Sickly, of course, is bad, and there's a small chance it will actually remove Hemophilia, which doesn't make any sense, but still. Okay, Draco is no longer sickly. Great. Because that saves me like 5,000 gold at the sanitarium. Literally, that's how much it takes to get rid of a locked-in quirk. Was sickly locked in? I don't know, I wasn't really paying attention. I just wanted to get rid of it. If there's another scrolls here, I'd be glad. Nope, no scrolls. I could go for some cinnamon scrolls right about now. Even though it's 8 PM. Yes, I'm recording this at 8 PM. Hey, Madman, go hit Bounty Hunter Man over here. Wouldn't it be funny if after this mission, Draco got Hatred of Beast? Nice hit. Because he'd be, you know, have the revenge. He'd want revenge against the ones that made him, you know, gave him Hemophilia. It'd be cool if it happened, but it probably won't. Hey, you bleeded this guy. Now that one is actually a pretty bad stress attack, because that debuff that it gives increases the stress damage you take until cam. So if I fought these enemies at the start and they gave me that debuff, that would carry on through the entire dungeon. Yeah, you'll pay. You right there. Also, the Madman's pretty damn fast, so... Yep, there's no hope, just be inspired. I don't know why, like, Jade's taking all the damage, the stress damage. I mean, other than the fact that he's been targeted by almost literally every stress attack there is. I'm like, Jade still hasn't done a critical hit, but then I realized that he still has that negative 5% crit chance. Draco, mission's almost over, so we'll want to get Jade back in fighting fashion so he can join us on the next time. And you can just... This bounty hunter keeps critting.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
If I hadn't touched that sacrificial stone, all would probably be well right about now.
Some experiments should have never happened. You are doing just work ending them.
Okay, game crashed again. Well, not game, OBS once again. I keep saying that. But, yeah. Also, Abomination. Yeah, oh god. Flawed released Abomination. That's not good in the slightest. Now, you may notice something weird. All the skills have been unlocked. That's because Abominations start with all skills unlocked.
Tortured and reclusive. This man is more dangerous than he seems.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to get these guys to this thingy. And I need some more of these things so I can make it so that I can fit them both in, but I don't have any. Let's see, Jade, this actually gives him a slight buff of speed. Actually, I have less frontline fighters than I do backline fighters. I'll put Jade in first, but I'll need him before Draco. Draco can just sit around and look pretty for a while. Mansell, I need you to give him some good stress relief. I upgraded the Penance Hall a while ago, so enjoy bleeding. I don't know why that's stress relief and not, you know, stress damage. And I need to get Flawed Release off this guy before it gets locked in, because I do not want that. Guild, upgrade the guild.
Every creature has a weakness. The wise hero trains for what he will face.
So, about here is where you see that it takes a lot to upgrade these places to get new skills. The blacksmith does that almost immediately. I'm gonna need more deeds. So that'll be the end of this episode, like 3 recording sessions pretty much in one, because something happens and the game crashes. What I get from that last thing? Swordsman's Crest. That's... I actually use Zealous Accusation more often than not, so... Sell these things, there's really no reason to click always instead of, you know, yes, there's really no difference. Right, Reynolds has 5 positive quirks already? Okay. They'll get knocked off soon. So I'll see you guys in the next video, where we will be doing... Stop placing the automatic in the Darkest Dungeon. This isn't bad. Worry Stone is good. Those are terrible. Man, I can't do this yet. So we'll be going back to the ruins. Actually, I've done halfway percent stuff to the boss in the cove. Now I'll still be doing the ruins. Getting this padlock of transference for the Abomination. And that'll be the first time I bring him out, probably. And this would be a camping mission, so I'll have to check the camping skills. So yeah, see you guys in the next one. Yeah, bye. Actually, you know what? For the first time in ages, I'm gonna say, hit like if you actually like this video, because, you know, it actually improves chances of people seeing this video. And me. Notice me, senpai. Anyway, bye.